Hello everyone, here's Anjali with you. I have prepared an overview for the solar eclipse, which will take place already tomorrow on October the 2nd. If this information is useful for you, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. And I won't delay any further, so let's get started. So, on October the 2nd at 20:35 Central European Time, 18:35 Greenwich Time, we will experience the second solar eclipse on the Virgo-Pisces axis. This is sidereal zodiac. All those who have planets on this axis, you will be affected by this eclipse, and especially those who have the Hasta Nakshatra strongly expressed in your chart. Exactly this nakshatra is giving place to the unfolding cosmic event. Hasta had the Greek name Corvus and consists of 5 stars. How many times have we mentioned this nakshatra already? Both last year and this year, she has adorned the Lagna ascendant, the face of the year. The previous lunar eclipse occurred there, and now 4 grahas, planets, involved in the eclipse are in this nakshatra. A reminder, being located in the practical Virgo, this nakshatra embodies handwork, craftsmanship, being grasping. Her symbol is clenched fist, representing the ability to keep everything under control. Her deity is Savita, one of the manifestations of the sun, who blesses Hasta's main quality, the ability to bring to light what is looked for. However, right now, that what lies on the surface is not the truth, because the light of the sun, the true light of the soul, is being eclipsed. You may feel completely defenseless and often at wonder-like. You don't understand where you're going in life, whether your father loves and supports you, or what's going on up above, what the leaders of companies, organizations, and states are up to. Nothing is clear at all at the mundane level. However, on the spiritual level, the conjunction of Sun and Ketu, and this is the graha responsible for this eclipse, helps to gain spiritual vision and inner insight. This is because Ketu directs the energy of any planet inward. In the case of the Sun, he breaks down the false ego and forces life changes. So, we are in for an extraordinarily powerful transformation of our consciousness. Insider information, mantras and prayers will help you in your introspection. The Sun is conjuncting the Moon, which is why we also have a new moon. And this will be present in the future chart as well. However, it will move into Taurus and will dharmically walk through karma related to resources and values. There is no light either from the moon. She has vanished completely and no longer reflects the daylight. The moon has also turned inward, Amavasya, or the new moon, at the most favorable time for reflection and introversion. The moon is also in the second part of Hasta, which is closely tied to collaboration. However, it's important to realize that the goal set will not bring the expected results. Something entirely unexpected will occur. There will be an obsession with meeting deadlines, but these deadlines will ultimately not be met. Hasta cultivates hard work, the ability to organize monotonous processes, initiative, and inventiveness. However, at the moment, it's difficult to give birth to something new from within. The ruler of Hasta, the moon herself, focuses our mind on a certain desire, something that has long been nurtured within. Mercury, the lord of this eclipse, holds the specific knowledge of how to realize it. But that knowledge is blocked because Mercury is involved in the eclipse. Therefore, it is unclear what steps to take right now. It feels as So achievement is very close. Well, we see Ketu, our past, the unconscious, is just 3 degrees away from the eclipse and intuitively directs us toward practical manifestation. In the future chart, the moon will also move into Taurus and teach us to develop qualities like honesty and morality, while also providing valuable resources, especially good speech. Mercury is in the third part of Hasta, and his conjunction with the Sun reveals the interest in astrology, as well as activities related to investments. However, extreme caution is required when making financial decisions, especially since Mercury is closely involved in the eclipse, being just 2 degrees away from the event. Due to his proximity to the Moon and Ketu, Mercury is anxious and disturbed, with thought processes being literally shaking up. In the Navamsha, Mercury falls into his own sign of Gemini. By March 2025 at latest, insight and understanding will come regarding how to handle trade and business, how to cleverly and wisely arrange everything. As I already mentioned, this eclipse is caused by Ketu, which is just 3 degrees away from the event. Therefore, anyone going through a Ketu period or sub-period will also be affected by this eclipse. Right now, Ketu is bringing up our deep fears and triggering themes of illness, conflict resolution, deaths, and service. Management of all this enterprise requires not only external mastery, but also knowledge from within yourself. Ketu draws this out from the deep layers of consciousness, speaking to you through intuition and the wisdom of your ancestors. All this seemingly irrational fear you are experiencing now is rooted in their past experiences. Interestingly, both eclipses coincide with Pitru Paksha, a period of honoring ancestors. Its last day falls exactly on the eclipse, making it an excellent opportunity to thank your deceased relatives, serve them, and make donation in their name. In the future chart, Ketu moves into Aries, which gives energy, impulsiveness, and the power to defeat enemies. Additionally, in the Navamsha, Ketu will be neighboring the ruler of the sign, Mars, as well as Saturn. So, military and surgical skills will be useful. Insider information. Be mindful of your diet, as the likelihood of food poisoning and intestinal illnesses is high. Ketu's counterpart, Rahu, is in Uttarabhadrapada, a wrathful yet nobly calculating nakshatra, known for presenting solutions in a way that benefits everyone. Absorbing Uttarabhadrapada's quality of earning well and skillfully managing money, Rahu reflects this onto the eclipse. He behaves like a wealthy adventurer who constantly has issues with servants and subordinates. And the Navamsha Rahu moves into Libra, seeking balance and harmony. Therefore, at this time, he is learning politeness and refinement. A key role in this eclipse plays Mars. He is positioned 10 houses away from the event and gains directional strength, Digbala here. The 10th house governs one's profession, and being in the mutable sign of Gemini, he absorbs everything related to service and commerce. Mars directs his fourth aspect toward the eclipse. Mental actions become hot and aggressive. Expect confrontations and demands in communication. Be cautious about getting into conflicts with colleagues and bosses. Take a deep breath. Wait, don't immediately demand justice, even though it feels most important to you right now. Mars is in the Jupiterian Punavasu Nakshatra. Being situated in the 10th house and ruling the 3rd and 8th houses, Mars guarantees help from siblings and business on one hand, while on the other, when faced with obstacles, he resorts to questionable methods just to push his agenda forward. Like an arrow from a quiver, and quiver of arrows is the symbol of this nakshatra. Mars is ready to spring forward and reach his goal. He is in the first pada, and this pada is especially fond on adventure and novelty. Punavas advocates for safety, and all of Mars' actions are aimed at maintaining that safety. In the future chart, Mars moves into his own sign Aries, so impulsiveness, hot-headedness, and arrogance may already start to appear. Jupiter also plays an important role in the eclipse. With his favorable fifth aspect, he returns the credit of good karma from past lives in the areas of education, romance, and relationships with children. So, when you don't know what's happening, expect pleasant surprises. Jupiter is positioned in Taurus, a place where he is not entirely comfortable, because materialism and the accumulation of wealth are not his focus. Jupiter is about spirituality and higher values. Nevertheless, his influence in the areas of education, romance, and children will be materialistic. Study well so you can earn good money in the future. Think twice about why you need this relationship if your future partner cannot support a family. Or go deliver newspapers. Life doesn't give you everything easy. Jupiter is in the ninth house from the eclipse, so such moral lessons are inevitable. As the ruler of the fourth house, Jupiter has a high likelihood of bestowing an inheritance or a car purchase, though there may be also constant disagreements with relatives. As the ruler of the seventh house, he brings kindness from a spouse and support from a wealthy father-in-law, as well as success abroad. However, infatuations with other women men are not excluded. Additionally, Jupiter's expanding influence will provide opportunities for new experiences and learning, as he is located in the inquisitive and curious Mrigashira Nakshatra. Mrigashira's quest for the intoxicating soma in the material world manifests as a desire to rid oneself of negative energies, emotions, and thoughts. In the future chart, Jupiter will move into Virgo, revealing her groundedness, practicality, selectiveness, and strategic thinking. Beware of envy from those around you. Jupiter will be gifting you too many good things. Another piece of good news: Venus is in her own sign of Libra, providing resources through diplomacy, well-articulated speech, compassion, and involvement or even intervention from a woman, and sometimes simply money to resolve situations. Sometimes just coming home to a loving family where it's cozy and you can leave your stress behind while enjoying a good meal allows solutions to rise on their own, occasionally even in poetic form. Venus is in Swati and is incredibly strong here. Wealth comes with little effort and family life improves naturally. The ruler of this nakshatra is Rahu, the insatiable force of material progress. So Venus in Swati creates a strong desire for comfort, luxury, and even grandeur. But in her highest expression, she seeks harmony and knowledge. For those with Venus in this position, it's probably important to pay attention to Venusian business ventures, as they are likely to be easily successful. This is further supported by Venus' role as the ruler of the second and ninth houses, positioned in the second. Material resources, wealth typically from the father, and scholarly respect from society. However, It's important not to let pride get out of hand to avoid excessive arrogance. Venus is in the fourth pada of Swati, which provides her with flexibility and adaptability. It's through Venus diplomacy that she makes a significant contribution to security. The fruits of Venus in the future chart will manifest as warmth, sociability, and service to others. And the last planet, Saturn. While he doesn't participate in the eclipse and seemingly doesn't impose any restrictions, he is in the first part of Purva Bhadrapada. However, the day after the eclipse, he will turn retrograde to deliver karmic judgment according to characteristics of Shatabhisha, who is the nakshatra of unity. Being 6 houses away from the eclipse and ruling the 6th and 5th houses, Saturn brings an absence of illness, a standstill of creativity, deficits in romance, difficulties with children, disagreements with loved ones, and an interest in or even friendship with people from different social circles. In the Navamsha, due to his slowness from his limping nature, Saturn will have to move into areas where all the mass-driven activity will clash with his preference for restraint, leading to aggressive self-control. Despite the limitations and constraints, Saturn's influence on current event will manifest as extraordinary self-discipline and an incredible determination to achieve goals. He will be in areas with Ketu and Mars. That's all for today. Don't forget to like if this information was useful to you and subscribe to my channel. I wish you a successful transformation and God's blessing. See you soon. Bye bye.